Dr. Fauci was on CNN with Jim Acosta, and, he opened his mouth so nothing but lies came out.
On this theory of a lab leak, I've been wondering this. Do we have any idea how that would even work? Have you heard any accounts as to how that might have happened? Is there speculation in the scientific community as to how that happened?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Jim. So one of the things that people maybe don't fully appreciate, that all of the intelligence agencies agree unanimously that this was not engineered. Namely, they didn't deliberately do this to make a bio.
Dr. Redfield, did you agree, in your opinion, with Dr. Anderson's assessment at the time that this virus did look engineered?
It was very disconcerting to me. It looked like this virus was engineered.
Everybody agrees with that. No matter what your prior thoughts were, everybody agrees with that. A lab leak could be that someone was out in the wild, maybe looking for different types of viruses in bats, got infected, went into a lab, and was being studied in the lab, and then it came out of the lab. But if that's the definition of a lab leak, Jim, then that still is a natural occurrence. The other possibility is someone takes a virus from the environment that doesn't actually spread very well in humans and manipulates it a bit, and accidentally it escapes or accidentally infects someone, and then you get an outbreak. Those are the possibilities when you're talking about lab leaks.
But are there any accounts of that occurring where one might say, okay, well, there we go. Perhaps this is it. This is what happened.
No.
That you're aware of.
In fact, there are no lab leaks that have led to pandemics.
Gain of function stopped a pandemic, in your opinion?
No, on the contrary, I think it probably caused the greatest pandemic our world has seen.
There have been accidents in a lab that happens intermittently. We've had experiences with that in modern times recently, but there have never been a situation where a virus escaped from a lab that's a brand new virus that no one has ever seen before that led to a pandemic. That has not happened.
This man needs to go to prison. He will continuously lie to the American people every time he opens his mouth, and apparently he does not understand how the internet works. All we have to do is go do our own research to figure out the things that you said and figure out that you've been lying to us the whole time. He needs to go to prison. And when Jim Acosta brought this up to him because Elon Musk made a comment like that, he freaked out. And this is the only reason why I added it to the show, is because I enjoy when Dr. Fauci freaks out.
And we've seen Elon Musk tweet that his pronouns, he's the owner of Twitter, that his pronouns are prosecute. Fauci, others in the GOP have talked about arresting you and prosecuting you for your handling of COVID. What's your response to that, your response to Musk, and what has that been like for your family?
Well, I mean, there's no response to that craziness, Jim. I mean, prosecute me for what? What are they talking about? I mean, I wish I could figure out what the heck they were talking about. I think they're just going off the deep end. That's the answer to your first question. It doesn't make any sense to say something like that, and it actually is irresponsible. Of course, it's going to have a difficult effect and a deleterious effect on my family. I mean, they don't like to have me getting death threats all the time. Every time somebody gets up and spouts some nonsense that's misinformation, disinformation, and outright lies, somebody somewhere decides they want to do harm to me and or my family. So that's the part about it that is really unfortunate. The rest of it is just insanity, the things they're saying, but it does have a negative effect when people take it seriously and take it out on you and your family.
Do you think that Dr. Fauci intentionally lied under oath to Senator Paul when he vehemently denied NIH's funding of gain-of-function research?
I think there's no doubt that NIH was funding gain-of-function research.
Is it likely that American tax dollars funded the gain-of-function research that created this virus?
I think it did, not only from NIH, but from the State Department, USAID, and from DOD.
I'm pretty sure nobody's actually threatening his family. More than likely, this is just me 9 times out of 10. They're just threatening him because he's a liar and he caused a lot of deaths around the entire world. They were doing gain-of-function research. He lied about it. He tried to cover it up, and he continuously lies to Congress and the American people anytime he wants to. So Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? Do you think he needs to go to prison? And do you think there was gain-of-function research being done in Wuhan and that's why we had this pandemic? Or do you think, nah, we're going to listen to Dr. Fauci because he's like God? I'm your host, TJ Evans, with another installment of the TJ Evans Show. Y'all remember to do the YouTube and Rumble thing. Go subscribe to the Royal Family Studios page. Also, check out my book on Amazon, The Diary of Marvin DeWayne. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up, do your own research. Don't take my word for gold. Peace.